Let's consider a more realistic example of what happens when an exception is not caught. So here in homework 1, this is inspired by homework 1, we have a class called Guitar Hero Lite. It has a method called main. It calls guitarstring.sample in some other class, and that in turn calls arrayRingBuffer.peak. Okay, so let's imagine that something goes wrong in peak and a runtime exception gets thrown. Well, what the Java interpreter will do is it'll say, is somebody in peak going to catch, or will the peak method catch the exception? Let's say it does not catch it. Well, in that case, the exception begins descending what's known as the call stack. It's the stack of methods that get called. So now we basically pop this off of the stack. We can mentally imagine that. We're moving down this stack of methods. So we then look for a catch in the sample method. Now let's say sample also does not catch it. So this exception will now move up to the main method. Now at this point, if we caught the exception, we could print out a message that said something like, something went wrong when calling guitarstring.sample. But if we don't catch it, in this case, the program will crash, and then the Java interpreter will do the best thing it can imagine, which is print out here what's known as a stack trace. Okay? So basically, if the exception gets to the bottom of the call stack, the program crashes, and we get a message here. And ideally, because this message is kind of jargony, I mean, imagine, someone on their cell phone using an Android app that crashes. If it just prints out this message, they're going to have no idea what it means. They're not a programmer, probably. So ideally, the person who actually sees this stack trace is actually a programmer, but maybe not. And so in this case, the stack trace basically says, guitarherolite.java on line 110 ran into trouble when it was calling guitarstring.sample. And on line 48 of this method, we then called arrayRingBuffer.peak. Oh, and it's actually on line 63 of arrayRingBuffer that things went wrong. And so the stack trace is hopefully helpful to somebody.